Our good friends at Angel Studios. I love Angel Studios. Amazing new film this Holy Week. Phenomenal. In fact,
as I think about Charlie's life and how much of a support he was of Angel, it's hard not to feel so grateful for what he did. He supported us in our darkest days and in our brightest hours as a company. Man, are we grateful to have gotten to be a little connection in the multitude of connections that he made throughout his life, because it was so impactful to us. Thank you, Charlie. Love you. We miss you. We're going to continue to drive forward the good news.
All right, Tyler, since this is the Turning Point Action Power Hour, the patriotism hour, the grassroots hour, I'm throwing it over to you to welcome our friend Brandon in, who's back east right now.
Yeah, we have an incredible team that spans across the country. As we mentioned, we're in every key target state, including in the Northeast and New Hampshire and Pennsylvania, and we have taken our team and we've been working in New Jersey. So Brandon Malley is our regional manager for our field operation, the biggest field operation within the conservative movement. And he is out in New Jersey right now, actually laying the groundwork, doing Super Chase events there. Brandon, are you with us? How you doing, my friend?
Thanks for having me on, Tyler. I'm doing great and very excited to be bringing the Turning Point Action brand to the Garden State.
Well, you have a lot of family in New Jersey. We have a New Jersey connection. My wife's from North Jersey. You've got family in Jersey. So how are things looking out there right now? I know you've been working really hard with Cliff Maloney at the NewJerseyChase.org. That's njchase.org with Cliff. And then as you've been laying the groundwork and preparing for our big Super Chase events out there.
Well, I can say that the race is going to be extremely competitive. So many people have been fired up over the last month in Jersey. I was in South Jersey yesterday, knocking on doors, getting a feel for just how close the race will be. And we even have people that were on the sidelines for the 2024 election, believe it or not, because they felt like New Jersey was uncompetitive, that are going to be voting, and they're going to be voting for Republican Jack Ciattarelli. So we're going to channel a lot of that energy that we've seen come in over the last month in the conservative movement and bring our brand to the state so that we can activate low prop Reds to get out to vote.
Yeah, so tell the audience a little bit about, remind everyone, I know Charlie and I talked a lot about Super Chase events last year going into the election, but explain to the audience what a Super Chase event looks like, and then the ones that we have coming up on November 2nd and 3rd.
So basically a Super Chase event is where we take the energy on the ground for an election and get all of our activists together in a rally type of event. But then where we take it to the next level is that we mobilize everybody to action. We ask everyone to go out and knock on doors in the neighborhoods, and we hold these events in areas that have a lot of low propensity Republican voters, high concentrations. So this is really our mobilization effort. We combine rallying the troops with the Super Saturday model. We make it fun and exciting for everybody, and we target the low propensity subset of voters.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So just for everybody to understand how you can get, people ask all the time, how can I get involved, Andrew? What can I do? What can I do more? You can show up to a state where there's an important race that's being run. You can plan your vacations now. You can plan your vacations for Arizona next year with us next November. Right now, show up to New Jersey. If you're in a surrounding state, if you're in the New York metro area, if you're in the Philadelphia metropolitan area, if you are in Maryland, if you're in the DC area, it's a quick train or drive up to actually get involved and help win a state that's winnable.
Now, I have a question for you. So if you are remote, say you're living in California right now. I mean, people don't realize California has the most registered Republicans, I think, of any state. Yeah, there's more Democrats in the state, so it's a very difficult state to win, but there's millions of them.
Yep.
If they want to get involved and they're not able to fly out, what would you recommend that they do?
Yeah, I mean, you can actually download the Turning Point Action application. So if you search on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store for Turning Point Action, TP Action or Turning Point Action, you can download it. It's a blue icon. Don't download the TP USA app. Download the Turning Point
Or get
Action
both.
app.
Or
Get both, but I'm saying
Yeah,
for,
no, I know
to
what
get
you
out the vote, you have to have the blue application. You tap the arrows in the top left-hand corner of that. You put in your cell phone number, and then you can actually go out and click Help Make Calls or send text messages, and you can start making calls and texts into New Jersey and other key places that on there it says disengaged New Jersey or New Jersey disengaged.
Yep.
Those are the voters that need to be contacted.
Well, so I'm going to show you guys just a little bit here. So this is let's look at image 203. So this is New Jersey update. It looks like this was put out by Election Wizard, and it shows that 2025 voter registration change. So the net gain for the GOP is 42,000 votes, over 42,000 votes. So Chitterelli lost in 2021 when he ran for governor by 84,000. So just in the net registration change, he's already made up half of that difference. Now I want to show you this is another interesting insight, right? 247, throw up 247. So this is a poll by Rutgers Eagleton, and they have Mikey Sherrill up by 5. Okay, so you might think, oh, 5, that's really disappointing. Well, here's that same pollster missed by 5.2 in the Democrats' direction. So in 2021.
Yep.
So they say he's down. That Jack Chitterelli's down by 5. Well, guess what? In 2021, they were off in the Democrats' direction in their favor by 5.2, which would mean if you apply the same standard to 2025, that means Jack Chitterelli wins the governorship. And here's go ahead.
That's a really good point. There were polls ahead of the election in 2021 saying that he was down 12 points.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah, well, and that one just had come out 4 hours ago. So that's a brand new one from Rutgers Eagleton.
So to your point, if they're off even remotely close, Jack has a real chance of winning on election day, but it's all turnout on election day.
Totally. It's all turnout. It's all low props. We've learned our lesson from 2022, 2020, and we put it into effect in 2024. We have to get those low prop voters out to the polls. It's all a game. How many pieces of paper can you get in the box? You got to get the pieces of paper in the box. Here's one more I'm going to show you, 249. This is from a few days ago. This is Insider Advantage, and they have the poll statistically tied with Sherrill at 45%, Chitterelli at 44%, with 11% undecided. And here's the good news. Independents are breaking Chitterelli +6. So, Tyler, that's a big insight there. Independents are breaking +6 for Chitterelli, 43 to 37. So, GOP consolidation plus turnout trends mirror this trend. So, we want to make sure that we get out the vote, folks. I'm curious, Brandon. I know we're mostly working with low propensity conservatives, but are you seeing that trend with independents just anecdotally on the ground? Is that kind of the vibe? Is it a 50-50 thing, or are they distinctly leaning in Jack's favor?
I think they're leaning more in Jack's favor than +6. I think
Interesting.
we're going to see something closer to 2/3 of late-breaking undecideds go Jack's way. And these are people that may not have even voted for President Trump, but realize that New Jersey is broken fundamentally and something needs to change. So we're actually going into parts of the state, again, targeting the low props. The highest targeted areas in the state are going to be in Lakewood, New Jersey, and some townships in Burlington. So we think that could help make the difference in this race, just activating those people, because the Chitterelli campaign has done a good job picking up the non-traditional GOP vote.
Yeah, and you bring up something that's really important, Brandon. New Jersey is fundamentally broken. So Jack, in every commercial that he's putting out and he's talking about, is the extraordinarily high property taxes that exist in New Jersey.
Oh,
it's
can you
one of the
imagine?
worst. It's like almost impossible for a young person to live in New Jersey. Remember, we're seeing a shift where you're going from a heavy baby boomer state to a heavy millennial state, because that's where the jobs are. The people who are employed that have to go into New York City, that have to go into Philadelphia, that have to maintain their local businesses, the blue collar, the muscular class that we talk about, they're all predominantly millennials now. And they can't afford to survive in New Jersey if it keeps going on the track that it's going, because taxes have just continued to go up and up and up and up, and they've been high for a long time.
It's such a good point. I mean, I can't imagine having to live in New Jersey.
You-
I could. I mean, like, obviously, if you're from there and you're born there and your family's there, there's a lot of great patriots in New Jersey, like really salt of the earth
Right.
people, but they've just been outnumbered for so long. This is their chance to really finally fight back and stop some of that. I mean, they had Chris Christie, but I don't want to get into that. But you guys have some Super Chase events scheduled, and we have a graphic here. So go up, throw up 253. So this is Take Back New Jersey, 3 p.m. Sunday, November 2nd at Ocean County Park, and then 4 p.m. Monday, November 3rd at Freedom Park. And so you can get involved. Go to tpaction.com/Super Chase and /NJ, because it's a standing URL /Super Chase.
Yeah,
so then we do
so
it by
you can
state.
go tpaction.com/Super Chase and then just click on New Jersey,
Yeah,
or
there you go.
tpaction.com/Super Chase/New Jersey. That'll show these two events. And again, these two events that we've pulled up here are super important. One is happening in Lakewood at Ocean County Park. That's at 3 p.m. on Sunday, November 2nd. The second is in Medford at Freedom Park at 4 p.m. on Monday, November 3rd. These are your last two opportunities. So if you can do one thing for Charlie, if you can do one thing for the movement, block some time off at 3 p.m. on Sunday, come help knock a few doors, and do the same thing on Monday. Take some time off.
Big showing. What a big showing. Brandon, thanks for joining the show, my friend. Keep up the good work. Knock on doors, inspire the Patriots. You're doing the Lord's work. Thank you, my friend.
Thanks for having me on.
Awesome. I think it's very fitting that we have you here today, Tyler, because, well, let's just let the video do the work. 246.
No change, I can change, but I'm here in my mode. I am here in my mode, but I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can change my mode. No, 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 no,
That's right.
Very
It's
sick.
Tyler Boyer's birthday. So happy birthday, my friend.
Big 30.
Well,
no.
we're not done with our surprises here.
Take it.
Oh, here we go. Did you make a wish? Oh, you got a wish? What's a prayer? We make prayers.
We make prayers
We make
here,
prayers
and we're praying, and we don't just rely on wishes and prayers. We actually go do the work too to show who's on the Lord's side. So that's what I'm so proud of today. Actually, we have so many people that are out in the field today for Turning Point Action doing the work in Arizona and New Jersey, across the country on the app we mentioned. So I just want to say a huge thank you to our team, because that's what matters the most.
Well, a great birthday gift would be making sure Jack Ciattarelli becomes the next governor of New Jersey. And can't forget about Winsome Sears. Don't sleep on Winsome. It's a little bit tougher state the way that is lining up, but that AG's probably the AG in that state's
AG should be a slam dunk.
Is way ahead now because of those Jay Jones nasty tweets or leaked text messages wishing violence upon his political enemy and his kids. But also we had Mark Lamb. So get involved. marklamb.us. Support him. That's going to be a great race to follow. And, also, I just want to say, yes, there's some images of the great Mark Lamb. What you said about people that cannot make it and cannot fly, even if we have Canadians flying to Arizona last year during the election. You need to be able to get there. But if you can't, and you just absolutely can't for whatever reason, download the Turning Point Action app. We can't say it enough. You can make phone calls. Are we still doing the postcard thing?
Yeah. So you can
yeah.
make calls, texts, send postcards, which is super helpful. The handwritten postcard telling people, again, your testimony of why it matters to vote, why it matters to get behind conservatives is so important.
Yeah.
We are turning the heart. So this is a revival we talked about at the Hearts of Christians that are coming back to church, focusing on their
patriots.
family. But this is patriotism, because downstream from your culture of going back and turning back to your family, turning back to Christ is actually getting involved in the community and doing those things.
Well, exactly right. I mean, and I mentioned that I broke some news about Turning Point TPUSA Faith yesterday on an interview with Fox News, and I mean that is totally true. You're seeing this resurgence, this revival of faith in the wake of Charlie's murder, and that has to translate into action. Faith without works is dead, as it tells us in Scripture. And so we want to make sure that we're doing the actions, doing the works, and putting our faith into action. As Charlie would have said, the whole point of TPUSA Faith was that we should not cede the public square to the atheists and the communists and the pink-haired jihadis. We have to get involved. We have to keep our foot on the gas, and we have to make sure that we seize all of this momentum, all of this outpouring of love and support for Charlie and his legacy and what his life meant, and put that faith into action. And so that is our call and our charge to you in the audience today is get involved. This show was forged on grassroots activism and patriotism. It was all about the grassroots. It will remain about the grassroots and the muscular class, the everyday working men and women in this country that make it work, that love it, that believe in church bells, not Muslim calls to prayer, that believe in putting patriots in office where they can make a difference. And that is your call. That is your charge. That is your challenge today. Get involved. Download the Turning Point Action app. Honor Tyler Boyer's birthday, honor Charlie Kirk and his legacy, get involved, get in the fray, get in the arena, and leave it all out on the field, because we need this country to be preserved for patriots in the next generation. That is your call. Tyler, thank you for joining us today. It's been a pleasure, my friend.